welcome to Camera Confidence. I'm Caroline Prisabella, founder of Camera Confidence. So welcome to this confidence boost. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you about remembering your victories. Now, all of us have giants and we have different giants. Your giant might be, as a job hunter, your giant might be getting a job. Your giant might be doing video interviews, getting in front of a camera. Your giant might be the bills that are looming over your head. We all have different giants. Some of our giants will be the same. But a powerful way we can deal with our giants is by remembering our past victories. Now, why do we do this? Why do we remember our past victories? Because it builds confidence inside of us. It builds self-esteem. It reminds us actually how strong we are. Sometimes our giants seem stronger than what we are, but the truth is you are strong, you are courageous, and by remembering your past victories, it builds strength within you. I don't know if you've ever heard of Napoleon Hill. Many people have. He wrote the book Think and Grow Rich, and he talks about the power of having a positive mental attitude and how this can massively affect our lives. And having a positive mental attitude, he says, it takes self-discipline. And this is true. It takes self-discipline. We have to discipline our minds and what we think on. Because you think on a daily basis, the person that speaks to you most is yourself. You speak to yourself the most of anyone that's going to speak to you in the day. So what are you speaking to yourself? Now, there is a researcher. His name is David Schweingruber. I think I pronounced it correctly. He did some research on door-to-door salespeople, and he found that door-to-door salespeople that were successful, they had a vision of their goal inside of them. They had a bigger vision than their current circumstance, and they had their values that they kept at the forefront of their mind. And that helped them deal with rejection and helped them to get past, a rejection and help them push towards their goals, because it was bigger than the immediate that they were dealing with in trying to sell. So whatever they were trying to sell. It could have been vacuums, could be whatever they do. They sell door to door. It could be mobile plans. So basically the people that succeeded in door-to-door sales were ones that kept a positive mental attitude. Now, Napoleon Hill says it takes self-discipline. And this is true. And you think anybody that goes to the gym, anybody that is, say, whether they're an athlete, an elite athlete, or anyone that does work building up their strength. Building up your strength and building up a muscle takes time. It takes pushing muscle further. And it takes repeated pushing, doesn't it? If you're building a muscle, you don't go to the gym once and go, oh yeah, my muscle's going to grow. You don't go to the gym and do your reps and then go back in 3 months' time, do you? So it's the same with having a positive mental attitude. You need to think and be conscious of your thoughts and of what you are telling yourself on a daily basis, sometimes an hourly basis. If you're really struggling, sometimes you have to do this on a minute by minute basis. So it takes discipline, but my goodness, it is worth it. You probably would have heard of Muhammad Ali. Now, Muhammad Ali, he was one of the world's greatest fighters, and he said he would speak to himself that he was the world's greatest fighter, even before he knew that he was. Just think about that. He would speak to himself that he was the world's greatest, even before he knew that he was. Man, that is powerful. So what are you speaking to yourself today? And I would dare say that Muhammad Ali, in his early days, when he was still getting a name for himself, he would have had to remember his past victories. You can't go into a big fight or into a job interview and be thinking of all your failures. You've got to go in thinking about your victories. Where have you been successful before? It might not be in a job interview scenario. Your successful victory might be in a different scenario. So, but that can help build courage. And like there are some things that I've had in my life where I think to myself, man, if I can go through that, I can go through this. Giant, you are nothing. You are nothing, giant, in comparison to what I've dealt with in the past. So I can deal with you. And that is so powerful when you reposition your mind and remind yourself of who you are. Remind yourself of your capacities. So I encourage you today to write down 3 of your past victories. And honestly, you don't have to do 3. You can just start with 3. You can take some time and think back through all of your past victories. It might have been, getting an education. It might have been finishing uni. It might have been another job where you pushed through, even though you might have hated it, or whatever the scenario is. If you think on your victories, they will build courage and build strength within you. And I would encourage you not just to write them down, but to actually speak them out and remind yourself, wow, look, this is what I did. I am powerful. And also be thankful for those past victories. Being thankful is really important as well. As I said the other day, gratefulness opens up a world for us to see possibilities. So today, remember your victories. Take some time to think through 3 of your past victories. Have an amazing day, and remember to let your brilliance shine.